Well, outside of the whole Chucky thing, there's actually some other stories that have been going down this whole week, and your boys got it covered. We've got 3 other big-ish rumors that definitely need to be spoken about. Host Mo, the Max Football Podcast. I'm going to drop all 3 of these on you. One of them is talks of another maybe special player that could head our way. Another one is one thing we've been dying for, and again, it has nothing to do with Chucky Lozano. And another one could be yet another player on their way out. I'm giving you too many clues. I'm wasting your time. I'm going to stop doing that. Let's get into it. Let me start with something that I think we're all going to be uberly excited for. If you're not aware, third DP signing, Andres Achouri, has officially been announced with San Diego FC. He made his appearance at Snapdragon Stadium. He had the cool little biker gimmick thingamajig.
Vamos, San Diego.
That is absolutely stunning.
And then he showed up, had his little scarf on. He's San Diego all the way through and through. The guy is ready. He's active. He cannot wait to get on the pitch. And luckily for us, we do not have to wait long. Again, this is a guy that made over 115 appearances for FC Copenhagen. He scored 12 goals and 26 assists. Tyler Heaps has already said that this guy will hit the ground running when he gets here. Well, guess what? That time is now. The Leagues Cup roster has been announced. It's dropped. The 30th player on that roster is none other than number 99, Andres Reyes himself, meaning that his visa has officially been cleared and he is available for both full play in Leagues Cup and MLS period. He will hop in the mix hopefully sooner rather than later. I do not expect to see him starting until maybe this Sunday when we're back at Snapdragon against Tijuana. Now, again, total speculation on when it will see him happen, when we'll see him on the pitch, but I promise you it will be a difference maker when he's on there. Massive news from Andres Reyes, massive news for San Diego FC, as we're hoping to maybe try to get some hardware in the Leagues Cup. We've struggled with teams in Mexico before. We've struggled with the altitude and all that in past times. Maybe our third DP might be an answer we're looking for. Maybe that little extra something could be the little extra something that San Diego needs to push on to get some silverware. So, I'm talking about pushing on. Let's talk about another one. This is a guy, when we originally signed him, I think I've said this entire statement before numerous times, but when we originally signed him, we signed him as one of the best center backs in the MLS. He came in and we thought that he was going to be a day one starter, but then he had nagging injury after nagging injury after nagging injury. Got 40 plus minutes in, 47 I think, something like that. Got a red card, and that was the last we've seen of Andres Reyes. And now it may officially be the last we see of Andres Reyes. If you were at the inter squad match through the members' day or saw any of the highlights of the friendlies that they had during the World Cup games, you knew that Andres Reyes was finally getting back healthy. He was finally getting back into shape, and he was kind of working with the team little by little by little. But most recently, there have been talks about him making his way back to Colombia, and specifically back with Atlético Nacional, which is the team he was with before he even moved to the MLS. Which is, again, something that would be great for him. They're pursuing center backs. They think he'd be an option for them. He is a good player. He's not a bad player. He's just has been unable to be a healthy player for us. San Diego FC fans look at him and think, oh, well, he's going to be on the pitch and They think immediate red card because the only time we've seen him on the pitch, and then in a red card, he is a bit of an aggressive defender. That's just how his nature is, but that's not here nor there. Now, in reality, his contract, I want to say, ends in December. So even if we're not able to make this move, there is still very much a possibility that San Diego FC is just going to terminate his contract. With the influx of center backs that we've gotten and full backs that we've gotten over this few weeks, and I'm sure more to come because San Diego FC seems to be spending money and wanting to spend money, and the word loan is being used a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if we bring in some players via loan, but with bringing in more players have to go out. We need roster spots. Andres Reyes has just not done anything for the club worth keeping him for, so it's about time he moves on. Now, again, this deal is not for sure. The club has advanced these talks. We have not gotten any further than that, so unfortunately, we're just kind of at a standstill. Now, granted, we were kind of in that standstill for a little bit too with Elias Achouri, so you never know. Maybe the week ends and all of a sudden Andres Reyes is on a plane back to Colombia. Now let's get into the last one, and this is going to be a story that I think a lot of people are already perking their ears up at. So earlier this year, I want to say last summer, when we were considering bringing in this player, that player, this player, that player, the biggest name that kept being brought up amongst beat writers and everything else was Kevin DeBruyne. And Kevin DeBruyne at one point in time looked like he was full-blown, full steam ahead, headed for the MLS, headed for sunny San Diego, California. One thing led to another, and he ends up playing in Napoli. He ends up playing in Italy, Serie A, which it's not exactly not a hindrance of where he wanted to play, but it's not San Diego. So at the time, we were kind of also unable to pursue him because we had only had two DPs. The idea of changing to the 3 DP structure wasn't exactly an idea just yet. The marriage of the Chucky Lozano thing hadn't gone so sour yet. So the options were there, and he goes and he plays a year in Napoli and he does okay. And what it sounds like is he's just really not happy. He's just really not happy with being in Napoli anymore. He wants out of Serie A. And now there are 2 teams that are showing interest with him. There's actually 3, but Inter Miami has already ruled themselves out of the race. And there's no way that can happen. There have been no formal talks by any teams at this stage, but the 2 names that have been brought up are the Chicago Fire and San Diego FC. If the Chucky Lozano situation does happen the way a lot of us are hoping it happens, he goes to the LA Galaxy, they take the DP spot with him, that allows us to have a 3rd designated player. That 3rd designated player could be Kevin DeBruyne. I remember talking about him so highly about how big of an impact he could bring to this team through the middle. We know he's a world-class midfielder. We know he's still a top 10 midfielder in the world. He would be an absolute difference maker through the middle, which again, some of us say we need a striker. Maybe we just need that extra creative piece. You never know. But then again, I bring up Kevin DeBruyne to quickly slide over and inform everyone that the idea of Mo Salah isn't dead yet. Wrong. I will leave that as it is because there are a lot of teams clamoring for the services of one Mohamed Salah. We are one of them. If that happens, wow. If it doesn't, KDB is not a bad second option. But again, all that dominoes off the Chucky situation, which hopefully we'll find out answers to that by the end of this week. So, I brought you guys everything to quickly sum it up for you. Elias Achouri is cleared and ready for both Leagues Clubs and MLS play. Andres Reyes could be heading back to Colombia with Atlético Nacional. The deal is close. It is not official, but again, we're waiting it out. And the rumors are back. Kevin DeBruyne to San Diego. Do you want to get excited? Maybe you could. Maybe you might want to tame yourself, and maybe, just maybe, I like it a lot. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So, I'm going to get y'all out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one, and the next one's going to actually be a very fun episode I've been waiting for with all the names we're bringing in, and we got names that need to go out. How about a little keep, loan, or sell? Sounds like a fun episode. And on top of that, we got a preview towards Thursday's game against Club America when we head over to Mexico to play, to get started in the League's Cup. San Diego FC is hoping, trying to add some silverware to their captain. And it all starts in a few days. So until then, we'll catch you in the next one. Vamos! San Diego.
Host mode when you drew from both sides.